Once upon a time, in a kingdom hidden among mountains and ancient forests, where the winds seemed to whisper secrets of centuries past, there reigned a young queen named Elira. She had inherited the throne after the untimely death of her father, and at only 23 winters bore upon her shoulders the weight of a realm that demanded strength, reason, and heart. Elira was just and brave, but also lonely. The crown, though radiant, pressed heavily on her soul. In the cold stone halls of Castle Weiler, among tapestries woven by hands long buried, there was a servant with watchful eyes and light steps. Her name was Marin. She had come from a village in the south, fleeing a fate of forced marriage, seeking refuge and silence beneath the shadows of royal towers. She was skilled with her hands, mending and stitching with the delicacy of a poet, and rarely spoke. But when she smiled, it seemed as if summer's sun poured into the granite halls. Elira noticed her on a misty morning when she saw her dancing alone in the courtyard, believing herself unseen. Marin twirled to the sound of a melody only she could hear, barefoot and hair unbound, unaware of the queen's presence. Elira said nothing that day, only watched from afar, her heart beating with a curiosity that bordered on enchantment. Days passed, and Elira began to find excuses to cross paths in the corridors where Marin cleaned the stained glass or lit the candles. They exchanged shy words, then quiet laughter. Elira was surprised by the sharp intellect behind the young woman's simplicity, and Marin, though always respectful, let slip a mischievous glint in her eyes, as if she knew more than she let on. One stormy night, as lightning drew veins across the sky, the queen summoned Marin. She claimed to need help with the ceremonial gown that refused to fasten at the collar. But when Marin arrived, Elira was no longer wearing the dress. She was seated by the fire, hair loose and feet bare, just as she had seen her that morning. She asked her to sit. The servant hesitated, but obeyed. They spoke as equals, as women, as two souls that recognize each other in silence. Rain tapped against the high windows, and firelight cast dancing shadows on the walls. Elira reached out her hand. Marin touched it reverently, then tenderly. It was there, beneath the storm, that their lips met for the first time, hesitant, yet certain. Their secret bloomed among stolen smiles and notes hidden in dress pockets. But castles have ears, and whispered voices become echoes in the halls. The advisors came, the nobles, the guardians of tradition. They said it was improper, unthinkable, dangerous, that a queen could not love like this, that she would have to be sent away. Elira listened in silence. Then she rose, her chin lifted like the steel of her ancestral sword, and said, "I do not rule with the love they deny me, but with the love that chooses me." The next morning, before the entire realm gathered in the Citadel Square, Elira appeared with Marin at her side. "This is my choice," she said. "My advisor, my confidant, my queen in spirit." Some lowered their eyes. Others smiled in secret. But no one dared to contest the queen's will. Time moved on, as it always does. But now the castle halls echoed with honest laughter and footsteps in pairs. The queen ruled with strength and kindness, and at her side, Marin embroidered the future with the same hands that once stitched silence. And on summer nights beneath the stars, they could be seen dancing in the courtyard, two entwined shadows, as if the world had at last learned to love freely.